Hey there, mystery seekers. Gather round because today we're diving into one of the most perplexing unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. It's a chilling tale that begins on a cold Christmas Eve in 1945 in the small town of Fayetteville, West Virginia. This is the story of the Sodder children, a family tragedy that's puzzled investigators and captured imaginations for decades. Picture this. It's Christmas Eve, and the Sodder family home is filled with the warmth of the holiday spirit. George and Jenny Sodder, along with their 9 children, are settling down for the night after a festive day. But in the dead of night, just after 1 a.m., Jenny is awakened by the smell of smoke. She quickly rouses George, and what they find is every parent's nightmare. The house is engulfed in flames. George and Jenny rush to save their children. They manage to get 4 of them to safety. But 5 of their children, Maurice, Martha, Louis, Jenny, and Betty, remain trapped inside. Desperate, George tries to re-enter the house, but the staircase is already consumed by fire. The phone line's dead. The ladder that should be leaning against the house is nowhere to be found, and the family's 2 trucks, strangely, won't start. It's as if someone or something wanted them to fail. By morning, the Sodder home is reduced to ashes. And here's where things get really strange. The fire department, delayed by a series of miscommunications, doesn't arrive until later. When they sift through the rubble, they find no trace of the children's bodies. Now, you might think surely they were simply consumed by the fire. But here's the kicker. Experts agree that even in a fire hot enough to destroy a house, there would still be some remains, bones and teeth at least. But there's nothing. It's as if the 5 children vanished into thin air. And the plot thickens. Over the years, a series of bizarre clues emerge. Jenny Sodder becomes obsessed with finding answers. She notices household appliances and wood remnants that survived the fire, objects that should have been destroyed if the fire was hot enough to completely incinerate her children. Then, strange occurrences start to surface. A telephone repairman tells the Sodders their lines had been cut, not burned. A witness claims to have seen a man with a block and tackle taking something from the property, and a bus driver reports seeing balls of fire being thrown onto their roof. On the night of the fire, a series of suspicious figures were reportedly seen nearby. A woman claimed to have seen the missing children peering from a car as the house burned. A waitress miles away said she served breakfast to 5 children, matching their descriptions after the fire. And then there's the insurance salesman who'd come by the house earlier that year. After George refused to buy a policy, he allegedly threatened that the house would go up in smoke and the children would be destroyed. Now fast forward to the early 1960s, nearly 2 decades after the fire, Jenny Sodder receives an envelope with no return address. Inside is a photograph of a young man in his 20s with striking resemblance to their missing son, Louis. On the back, a cryptic message. Louis Sodder, I love brother Frankie, ill boys. A90132 or 35. The Sodders hire a private investigator to follow the lead, but he vanishes without a trace. The photograph, like so many other clues, leads to a dead end. So what really happened? Over the years, theories have run wild. Some say the children were kidnapped by an Italian mafia who had a vendetta against George. Others suggest they were abducted and raised by another family, perhaps sold into adoption or trafficking. And then there's the theory that the children were taken to Italy, given George's outspoken criticism of Mussolini and fascist Italy. Could the missing Sodder children have lived out their lives under new identities overseas? Despite the passage of time, the mystery of the Sodder children endures. The remaining Sodder siblings and their descendants continue to seek answers. The case remains open, and the billboard that George and Jenny erected in their yard, pleading for information, stood for nearly 40 years as a silent sentinel, a reminder of the unanswered questions that still linger. As we reflect on this haunting tale, we're left to wonder about the strange twists of fate, the fragility of life, and the enduring hope of a family that refused to give up. So what do you think happened to the Sodder children? Could they still be out there, somewhere? Or was their fate sealed that fateful Christmas Eve? The answers, like the embers of their family home, may forever remain lost in the shadows of history. Thanks for joining us on this journey into one of the most enduring mysteries of our time. Keep seeking the truth, and we'll see you in the next story. Until then, stay curious and keep questioning.